It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Dab on the haters. Yeah, I did it.
No.
What?
No.
Oh,
No.
I just noticed your shirt, John.
What about my shirt?
You got some kind of galaxy background going on, and it's awesome.
It's because I'm a galaxy brain. Man, immediately, right out of the gate, visual gag. I'm wearing a Superman shirt that it's like a maroon color with a yellow Superman symbol. And I decided to turn on my virtual background thinking it keyed out just the Superman symbol. So I did a galaxy thing. It's very Phantom Zone-y. I like it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
kind of
awesome.
cool.
I'm
not
surprised
gonna
I
lie.
didn't get all the other yellow in your background, though.
It
That's
kind of does
interesting.
my hat a little bit, but you really can't
Yeah.
notice because the rest it's like purple and gold, so you can't even really tell.
Oh, Vikings.
So
I
it just
gotcha.
kind of
I
it
didn't-
just
I
kind of
didn't see
looked
the
out
symbol
for
up there.
me.
Sports.
Awesome.
Pretty
So, guys,
No.
welcome back.
How
And
dare you?
welcome back, the audience, to
Guys.
Operation Babble. Guys and girls and everything in between,
I'm a Z.
or better than, I don't know.
And especially
so-
Jason Momoa.
A heads up, if you listen to or tried to listen to the audio only version of last week's episode, a new version is uploaded where all the audio is synced. You can go and check that out if you had trouble listening or re-listening to it before. But the video version was great.
Well,
Other than that,
says you.
says me. Actually, the video was literally just whatever Zoom recorded. 'Cause
Fair enough.
I did not have time to do no editing last week, guys. All right. So with that said, guys, how you doing?
Apparently better than you.
With my two broken hands?
Yeah,
They're
like
not broken, first of all, okay?
yeah, they're just both wrapped. You look like a retarded boxer. It was just like, you poor guy. It's like, I understand, like, getting your rocks off is really important to you, but after you fucked up the first wrist, you'd think you would have stopped. You're like, nah, God gave me two hands. I'm gonna get to the finish line. Look, it's okay, buddy. We've all been there.
You cut out on me. What's that?
Yeah.
I said you smell bad.
Probably. Okay. Awesome. So,
Awesome.
Tivis, how are you
dude?
doing then?
I think for once I have more sleep than either of you.
How dare you? I'm peppy, guys. I'm ready to go. I'm just having my own little show over here. In my
So we were all going
what's
to
is this a quadrant if there's only three of us? Because
Try no.
obviously
Facta?
not, because quadrant is in the name. The quad far quad.
Yeah.
And many of you may die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. One of the
all right,
greatest
so we were
quotes
gonna
in
try
any
to
movie
watch,
ever.
We were all going to try to watch that zombie
Army
What
of
is
the
it? Army
Dead,
of the
dude. Why are
Dead?
you like the worst?
because I'm suck with names. But then I realized it was a 3-hour fucking zombie movie, and it was way too late last night.
Yeah, can
So I
they
didn't get to
stop
watch
giving
it.
Zack Snyder like hours and hours of nonsense? Like, I'm just over it.
Shouldn't Netflix break that into like 3 movies? Or 3 TV shows?
Sure.
Just a 3-episode thing. There you go. Apparently it was in theaters though, because one of our guests,
Really?
Austin Mosier, got to go see it in theaters and stuff. So
It was in theaters before it went to Netflix.
yeah, they did like a limited run. Certain theaters got it, certain areas and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. I think I probably would have preferred seeing it in theaters. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see until I see it.
I would never, honestly, I would never waste my comeback to the theaters on a fucking Zack Snyder film.
You haven't been in the theaters yet?
Nope.
This year? Or
I
nothing?
am being one. I haven't even looked to see if any of them are starting to open yet. But my main issue is there's just really nothing I give a shit about right now. There's
Yeah.
just nothing.
That's
And
how I feel.
And I go,
I do want to go see Spiral. I will be going to see Spiral.
see, I don't even know what
theaters.
that is.
Oh, the
That's
Saw movie.
Saw thing that
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock did, yeah.
That actually looks
Which I've
kind of
heard
good.
nothing but good things about it. So,
But I'm just like, for the theater, like, and granted for me, you've already gone back. I haven't yet. So it's one of those things. I love going to the theater.
You got to make it special.
For me, I would like my first movie to either be the worst thing I've ever seen or the best thing I've seen in a long time. I want one or the other because it's just like the next time I go back, I want it to be memorable. It's kind of like your first time.
I think
All over again.
when was the first time what was the one I saw in theaters?
Probably 10.
I know I saw Wonder Woman 84 in theaters, but that was last year still, right? 2020?
Was it
I don't think
Invisible Man?
Invisible Man was before the shutdown.
Oh, Joker's was before.
Yeah.
Shit, it might have been Wonder Woman. You ruined your...
I could see Wonder Woman 84 being a good one to come back to. Big popcorn flick that's pretty shit. Like, you're not forgetting that, especially after it's been pushed back like 50 times.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, the one I would probably pick would probably be Black Widow. I hate to waste it on an MCU movie because the MCU kind of sucks ass right now. But I don't know. It has enough stuff connected to it to where it's like I could at least care about the experience.
Before Black Widow comes out, I know one, I want to see Spiral, and two, I want to see Fast 9.
Yeah, okay.
Fast and Furious 9. Because they delayed that instantly for a whole year. Like, they just pulled it. They weren't playing that whole, like, Tenet bullshit and all that crap where we got to have it out this year sometime. They're like, no,
sometime.
we can wait a year.
John Cena's getting yelled at for that shit.
What's that?
For Fast 9?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's a pussy.
Why?
He called Taiwan its own country and then had to apologize in Mandarin because China doesn't think it's its own country.
Well, to be fair, he didn't have to. He didn't have to apologize.
No, he didn't. He
Two,
shouldn't.
he didn't have to do it in Mandarin and be a gigantic cuck for a communist country. And also, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, who even are you? And it's really funny because this
So wait, he was
motherfucker.
trying to appease to the Chinese
box
market,
office,
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
were
all
doing
it
an
is.
interview about the movie, and he talked about how Taiwan was its own country, and China doesn't believe that. They've been trying to take them over for a really long time. It's really fucked up. Go ahead and go read about it. It's exciting.
Oh, I thought that's what he said. I was like, wait,
No.
what?
He said that Taiwan is a country, and literally just because he just said that, people got all pissy, and it's like, well, the problem is that the Chinese Communist Party, they want to take over Taiwan. They see them almost as like an insurrectionist, revolutionary thing, like they're supposed to be part, but they just aren't. And because of that, they got all fucking pissy about it. And then John Cena decided to learn in Mandarin an apology and fucking did it. And it's just like,
Oh, he already knows Mandarin.
Oh,
So
he does?
Yeah,
Okay.
he learned that a while ago.
Well, that makes it worse, to be completely honest.
Well, if anything, I mean, maybe he got his information from Wikipedia because it does say Taiwan, officially the Republic of China, is a country in East Asia.
Oh, it is.
No, it is. It's just Chinese
So-
government doesn't recognize it, and neither does the and neither does the WHO. By the way,
So
the
then why
World
the
Health
fuck is he
Organization.
apologizing if he's saying real
Because
information?
he's
What
a
does it
cock,
fucking matter?
and he's being told to do it because they are trying to appease the Chinese market. If he gets
'cause
that
they have the
fucking movie
Suicide
banned,
Squad movie coming out that he's in, Fast
That
Furious
too.
movie coming out he's in, the TV show that's going to be on HBO Max that he's starring
but can I
in.
say,
So,
he's a fucking
yeah.
bitch because he should have leaned in the other way, because this dude is in movies called The Marine, and he's like usually like very pro-America and shit like that. And it's like, man, why don't you just put a hammer and sickle on your balls?
I mean,
pussy.
his character even in WWE was very pro like
salutes.
military, American military.
Yeah,
and shit.
he was military. His dad was in the military.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm sure his dad would be real fucking proud of him bending the knee to a communist country. What a prick. Like, I'm really sorry to like take a side like that, but that's fucked up, dude. Like, it's a country. Why? And on top of that, you're a fucking wrestler who turned into an actor. Why even care? Why even say anything? And to be fair, it's because it's the company and his agents and shit said he had to put out the PR fire. That's all that was. But at the same time, it's just like, it's really fucking lame to watch somebody who seems pretty powerful and charismatic and like really iconic in the American eye. And he's just a pussy.
When you can see him.
Yeah. Yeah. Nicely done.
Now we can see everything.
I got a good one for you, Myke. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought it.
Oh, go on. Say what you're gonna say.
Boss Baby Family Business comes out in July.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wait, like another movie? That's the movie, right?
Yeah.
So how are they doing that? Because in the show, in the Boss Baby TV show on Netflix, he's no longer like part of Baby Corp and all that stuff because he stops drinking the and I know way too much about this.
I was about to say, so apparently the Boss Baby cinematic universe is real strong in your brain right now.
I guess it's
BBCU.
not canon.
Yeah, no, he stops being like Boss Baby in the TV show. So, I mean, maybe this is a pre.
They have a daughter.
There you go.
I guarantee
there
you,
is a second baby.
They're just gonna add a girl baby, and she's gonna come in and be better and smarter than all of them.
They had a ton of them in the TV show.
Is that really what it is?
Is it?
I
is
think
it the
so.
same family or?
I don't know. I never saw the first one.
My guess is it's going to be the same family. They either adopt or have a daughter, and she just ends up being better than everybody else, and she brings Boss Baby back into the corporation. Or like they do like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids thing where they make the older brother a baby.
Mm.
And then he all has to be part of it, and she has to save them all the time.
Show.
Oh, they did? No.
He had to do like baby stuff in the TV show.
Way.
An announcement from yesterday about it. The Universal is putting it on Peacock and in theaters.
Peacock?
So it's Boss Baby 2, right?
Did you say
Family
Peacock?
Business. It doesn't have it's the second one, yeah.
Oh, you mean Peacock, the fucking stupid NBC app.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to be funny. I didn't know you
No,
actually
I
misheard
thought
me.
you literally said.
So
Sounded like
it's
you
either
said
got to
that.
be his sister. It's got to be a sister, or like they adopted a kid. I don't know.
Oh, you
The
mean like
poster just
what
shows
I
the two babies
exactly
on
just
it.
said like a minute ago?
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the actual images though, because I didn't know there was going to be a Boss Baby 2 movie until my kids started talking about it. So,
You should put your kids up for adoption if they care about Boss Baby 2.
Oh,
I
Jeff
wanna see
Goldblum's
it.
in it.
Fucking hell. I'll put you up for adoption.
Another one that's coming out that I didn't even know existed was Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
God, what a fucking terrible title for a film. And don't you love that, like, don't you love, like, nowadays that if Ryan Reynolds is in a movie, it's pretty much always going to be marketed like a Deadpool film? Like, really overtly self-aware, and it's like nonsense, and like, because like, think about it. For the Hitman's Bodyguard, they brought back the voice guy. I'm gonna do the thing. Actually, it sounds like the guy from those fucking was it the fucking shitty film reviewer guys with the dings.
Oh, it probably is that guy.
Shit, I can't remember.
The Honest Trailers.
Oh,
Yeah,
Honest
that
Trailers,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, that dude. In a world where you can smell like that
They
guy.
should just get Peter Cullen. He used to do the voiceover for Adult Swim's or Toonami stuff, and it was awesome.
Peter Cullen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Optimus Prime.
Oh, I was about to say the vampire.
Did Free Guy ever come out?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, really? I thought it came out like a year ago. Holy shit.
That's what I thought. I was like, did I miss that one? I'll
that
watch any
actually-
of Ryan Reynolds movies though.
to
Like
be
I don't care
fair,
how dumb
though,
they are.
To be
But
fair,
that one
Free
looks
Guy
cool.
looked good though. Like
Yeah.
it was like it looked like Ready Player One, but like more interesting.
And that's like it was like that was the first one that was Fox Disney, if I'm not mistaken.
Ew.
Yeah, it was going to be released under Fox. Then it got delayed till it's Disney's product now.
God.
Oh, so then
Kinda like
Disney
New
probably
Mutants.
edited it and shit.
It says it'll be out in August. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll
believe it when I see it.
2 still hasn't come out yet, but
Yeah, it's July.
Hopefully they just burn that film.
wasn't there already controversy with the actor this year? Like before the trailer dropped or some shit?
The actor?
Yeah,
Who's the
the
actor?
basketball player, the LeBron James, right? That's
The
who it is?
basketball.
I forget if that's
Yeah.
the guy who's in the movie. Okay.
Oh, you mean King James? What a twat. Fuck that guy. LeBron James is a bitch. People are like, you'd say it to his face? Yeah, and then he'll beat me to death, but he's still a bitch.
I didn't even hear about the new Conjuring film.
Yeah, that looks kind of neat.
And they're
They
doing
always
Quiet
keep going
Place 2.
back in time, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch it.
There's a Paw
Yeah,
Patrol
I've never
movie.
seen any of the Conjuring films.
They're good, or at least they're all right. They really do the suspense stuff pretty good.
It's considered one of the best cinematic cohesive stories out there.
It's really not cohesive in any way, but it is really interesting. They keep a lot of the same characters, do some certain things, so it's like you can follow the lore for the most part. But actors are really good. It's a lot of fun.
Candyman.
Mm.
Disney's doing a Beatles movie.
Like Paul McCartney,
the-
or
Beatles?
Yeah.
I was expecting Michael to say like, "Oh,
Peter
Beetleborgs?
Jackson's involved.
I think Disney can do Beetleborgs. I think they own that, don't they?
No, it turns out that was in the deal with Hasbro.
Yeah, boy."
Also, Hasbro owns them.
Yeah,
So
Let's see some
Netflix-
pretty dope toys for that then. Shit. Give me some cool, like, NECA looking Beetleborg figures.
Ooh, I forgot about Candyman.
Yeah, that
And-
comes out in
That looks awful.
October, right?
A new Jeepers Creepers, September.
That weird like 2D trailer was really dope, but I guarantee you that movie's gonna be trash.
For which one?
Candyman.
There's a
I
new
only saw
Jackass.
like a teaser of it. I know that they're like replacing him, which kind of sucks because why? Like
Yeah, he's
got the
still
perfect-
alive and he's cool. Like, why
Yeah.
bother?
And then what's the other one? Jeepers Creepers, you said. I've never watched a Jeepers Creepers movie in my life.
What?
Never gave a shit about it. But I've heard from like the horror community is apparently mixed on this new one coming out. A lot of people are just like, we're not gonna fucking watch it because of the creator of the first two. I'm like, he's not even on this one, but okay.
I'm blown
So, I
away.
don't know.
You've never seen Jeepers Creepers. I'm blown
Yeah,
away.
no. You
Justin
think I would
Long's
too,
in it.
because I actually like Justin Long. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first one. But yeah, I never watched it.
I bet you like it. I'm gonna put my money down right now and say you really like the first one. The second one's kind of weird, and I think they
Yeah.
made a third one that I don't remember.
The third one's coming out.
Is that the third one that's coming out? I
Yeah,
thought there
yeah,
was
yeah.
already 3. Okay.
No, I think there's just 2.
Okay.
Don't Breathe was that
Yeah.
movie with the horror movie with the guy who's basically Stick from Marvel, right?
Yee.
Yeah.
There's a sequel.
No, that wasn't. No, it's not Stick. It's
Well, he's blind and can kill.
No, it's
Oh,
the
Jeepers Creepers 4
I
is
thought
the
you meant the
fourth one.
I thought you meant the actor. I was like,
No.
it's-
I meant the character is basically Stick.
The only reason why I would have ever watched that is because I think Jane Levy is fucking gorgeous and I love her. She was on a show on ABC that got canceled, which got me all butthurt. She's in this new one called like the something playlist, Zoe's Incredible Playlist or some
yeah,
shit.
my wife tried that. She wasn't taken by it, but
Really,
I know
I've
it's
heard
really
a lot
popular.
of good things, and I like
Yeah, that's
musical
why we-
shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might give it a try. I don't know though. It really, to be fair, it's
You get
totally
your
because
try on.
it's totally because I'm a misogynist and she's just a beautiful redhead that I would watch do anything because I think she's also talented.
When this comes out, Cruella will be out.
Fucking big, who cares,
That
right?
comes out this week.
Yeah, Friday. With A Quiet Place
boy.
Part 2.
That new Harley Quinn
So
movie.
You guys can all go and watch Cruella this weekend and feel sympathy for a fucking animal abuser. Go ahead and do that. Sorry.
I like that. Abuser. You mean murderer, right?
Murderer, yeah, sorry.
There we
It's
go.
not my just like, yeah.
Hey,
whatever.
you know how we were talking last week about MGM possibly being bought by Amazon?
Oh, I feel like there might be a development that may have happened today.
No, I was just thinking on it, and I know it's not a great thing to happen overall, but if they bring back the Stargate shows, I'm all for it.
Well, we'll see. Because
So who is it? MGM is supposedly getting purchased by who?
Amazon, which
Amazon.
which I believe is official now.
Is it?
Okay.
8.45 billion?
Hey, Bezos, while
It
you're
seems like a lot.
being prepared to be in the next
do you
James
know
Bond
how,
film,
Do you know how much money Amazon and like big tech got during the COVID crisis?
oh, a shit ton.
I'm
Amazon
pretty sure.
8.45 billion. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Anyone with an online store basically made
Yeah.
bank.
Well, I
I'm
think
just saying it seems like a lot for MGM. Well, I guess they do have a very extensive catalog. So.
James Bond, my dude.
Yeah, but they don't have creative control over that still.
Well, not
Yeah.
entirely, but they own the IP.
Yeah, but the contract is nothing can be made without the Broccoli family's approval because
Yeah,
they
but-
somehow got that
But that
deal.
doesn't matter. That's like buying the Beatles catalog and going like, well, you can't make more Beatles albums. I'm like, yeah, but I own what's already there.
True. I see that.
like James Bond isn't going anywhere. Like it's just not going to happen.
They could just do reruns of the old shit or remaster them and all that stuff and make bank.
I just want some actual endings to these. Like, they made 3 fucking Stargate shows, and none of them have a proper ending.
I'm
Atlantis
50-50.
didn't get one?
I like stuff. That
No,
No?
See, I
Well,
would
fuck,
say
I'm not going to start watching any of the shows then. Fuck
See,
the
it's
shows.
really hard because it's like I like the idea of a definitive series, even if I'm not super happy with it. Like it's nice that it's over, you know, like a 70s show or a Breaking Bad and shit like that.
Mhm.
But I like shit like Doctor Who that kept themselves an out so they could just go on forever. But there is obviously the catch-22 that then you get a Jodie Whittaker showing up and their seasons are terrible and retcon.
disagree,
more and-
but I think that the characters could be their story could be like, obviously the Stargate program is going to continue, but at least give those characters their due.
their send-offs.
They didn't like give them any kind of out at all in
There
those
was
because Star Trek kind of does but doesn't because they still are continuing on.
Well, what they do is they
one-
just follow a completely another crew in the same universe. That's all it is.
the only Star Trek show that I can say had like a beginning and a full on end for the actual show itself would have been Voyager because they were stuck in the other quadrant for the entire show and then they get out at the very end. That was their journey. That was the show. That was what it was supposed to be about. All the other ones, like even the Enterprise from the original series, goes on and they're still doing shit, and then they up in the movies. And then from Next Gen, they end the show, but then they're still doing stuff because they do shit with like DS9 and all this stuff. Like Worf goes over to DS9 and all that crap. And
Yeah,
then
but
of course
but that's all connected universe stuff. That's not like closing out a
so are
universe.
these Stargate shows. They're all connected.
Like let me put it this way. So like let's just use the MCU because it's the most popular franchise. We have all of these characters that could eventually go off and spin off, and they're still part of the MCU. That's where they're created. That's the world they live in, right? But what if Endgame was just tied off? And then they redid it. So like WandaVision, this isn't Wanda and Vision from the MCU. This is just, we took those actors because that's what they're new, and we're going to do a new run. that's different from being like, okay, this is a continuation of Wanda and Vision after Endgame.
Yeah.
It's a complete difference. And that's what you're seeing with Star Trek and Stargate and shit like that, or like the Arrowverse is another good example where it's the idea like, yeah, with Voyager, you watched a cruise story begin and end, but like
I guess DS9 did have an end too, because Cisco is there from the beginning and they end with his
but most people would
not
say
necessarily demise, but he just goes away into the with
but
the
most
prophet,
people
so.
would say all those shows all encompass themselves, but they're all part of the same universe. They're all continuations of the universe that's already been established.
Yeah, which I think that they would be able then to. I haven't seen the Stargate shows all the way through. I've seen like episodes, but I would feel that they should be able to do that with the Stargate shows then too, and not necessarily have a definitive end for each like iteration of the show, because you have Stargate Atlantis. What was it? Stargate SGX or U? Yeah. So they're just different parts of the Stargate program.
What really kind of sucks for us fans is they canceled 2 movies that they said would be the conclusion to the stories. Like they announced them for both SG-1 and Atlantis, and everyone just plain forgets universe exists. And
I'm still a massive fan of the original Stargate movie itself. The shows I didn't really dive into because I liked the movie so much as a kid. That was like, I don't
I discovered
want them
the
to try and
movie through
recreate
the show.
characters. What's that?
I discovered the movie through the show. I love the show so much.
Okay, yeah. Like I still even have a bunch of the figures from the actual movie itself. But I know then they like went through and they reused the same characters from the movie into the first Stargate show, but just recast them as like lower grade actors or I guess you could say lower grade actors at the time. So, but yeah, I feel that they could continue on, just, do a different version of Stargate. Just name it something else. Stargate up your mom's ass or something. I don't know.
I don't know if that's a good title.
It's a working title.
All right, fair enough. Stargate Reach Around.
Kurt Russell was in the actual movie, and then they recast him with some guy that looked somewhat like him, but it wasn't.
Oh, Wyatt Russell?
Yes, Wyatt Russell. Yep. He does not look like his dad. Come on.
No, he's ugly.
But yeah.
Hashtag John Walker did nothing wrong.
So what else is on the MGM thing there, Tivis? Since you were...
Stargate Up Your Mom's Ass, I believe, is in development.
Okay, cool.
I have no idea what else they own, honestly. I could look it up real quick.
Why do you guys suck at everything? MGM, wasn't that pretty much everything Harvey Weinstein ever did?
Poltergeist, apparently they own.
Never heard of it. Is that like Ghosts or something?
No, this is just a list of movies they put out, not what they own.
So they went from fucking... I'm sorry, I'm going back to Stargate for a sec. They went from Kurt Russell to Richard Dean Anderson as a replacement.
Who now?
Richard Dean Anderson. He played MacGyver.
Oh.
He played MacGyver in the original. I think it was the original series, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's actually... I loved his character because he didn't want to play the... the actor didn't want to play the strict military type. And they're like, yeah, we'll let you have free reign to make it your own character. And basically he becomes someone who just... He's a respected military person, but he never follows the code. The proper etiquette for anything.
And then they fucking went from James Spader, to this dude I've never heard of, Michael Shanks.
Oh,
Shanks.
Dude, his character, his Daniel, he was my favorite. I was sad when he left the main team.
So he was in a bunch of the TV shows then, right?
Oh yeah,
or just 2 of them.
The universe never really crossed over with the other 2.
Oh shit! MGM made Quigley Down Under? I didn't know that. I love that film.
Oh, you found the stuff they made?
Thelma and Louise. Fucking.
On this
Man on
week
the
of
Moon?
Operation Babble, what did MGM make?
Killer Clowns?
History lesson.
All kinds of shit, dude. The Cutting Edge. Ooh, what a good film. Sorry. Anyway.
They have
That was just by year, dude. That was like
17,000 TV shows. They got the Rocky franchise then. The Hobbit. So wait, they have. Wait, if they have the Hobbit, then they have like the Lord of the Rings shit. Then oh wait, that's gonna be
they're
on
the ones
Amazon
making
anyways.
the show. You dick.
Yeah, that's right. RoboCop.
Nice.
Wizard of Oz, The Tomb Raider, Silence of the Lambs, all that shit.
So man, what a
A
catalog.
lot of good shit from the 90s. Let's just say that.
I just gotta say, I hate
and
this.
80s.
I hate this. It sucks. Like, because of all that and I knew this, and I wanted to say it, and I fuck no. You are gonna watch a huge shift in mergers and stuff right now because of the whole fucking AT&T Discovery thing. Guarantee you. And this is just one. You're gonna see one more. I think we're gonna see one more big one with Apple and Disney. They're gonna do something real fucked up, and I can feel it in my bones. I don't know what.
Well, Apple's already getting stuff for like, was it Apple Plus or some shit that they
Apple
have?
TV.
Well,
I just
Apple
don't ca-
TV is the name of the device that you use. I thought it was Apple Plus. Is the
Is it?
streaming?
I don't know. I have it for a couple more months because I bought a new tablet, but it's the only thing on there I watch is that video game show from that dude from Always Sunny.
Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff in here that was distribution only by MGM and produced by other companies. So I think the distribution rights will go to Amazon for that, but they can't recreate anything for some of these.
Which who gives a shit when you have a streaming service? And you're also a delivery service. So not only can you push physical media if you wanted, which obviously is not their end game.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to stream these huge catalogs.
Yeah.
But, if they want something for Amazon Prime, TV, whatever the fuck it's called, Stargate, new show.
Pitch it right now, Tivis. What would you
No
do for a
reboot,
new Stargate
continuation.
show?
What's that?
What would you do for a new
Easily
one?
bring Jason Momoa back.
Oh, yeah, so he can co-write that like Aquaman?
Because he needs everything to do right now, right? Fucking hell.
I don't know if he heard me. He walked away. I wanted his opinion on that.
They had the Poltergeist franchise.
That's what I said.
What? You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Oh, that's distribution.
Oh,
only.
that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a sequel?
Yeah, there's All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 or some shit. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was a good
Delta
one.
Force. They got Delta Force 2, The Colombian, Death Warrant. Ooh, I want to see more Death Warrant shit. That'd be kind of cool.
You walked away, John, but I was. Jason Momoa said he co-wrote the Aquaman 2 treatment.
All right. Fuck, can't wait. It's gonna be great. Guys, I know this is gonna be off subject, but I gotta ask.
Oh no, hold up.
Oh no.
MGM did the Meteor Man. We could get an Amazon show for Meteor Man. I'd pay for that.
I'd watch
I already
Meteor-
do pay for Amazon, so just give me a Meteor Man TV show, please.
I'd watch Meteor Man.
And why the fuck wouldn't you do a Meteor Man TV show right now?
I could think of 1,000 reasons, but yes, I would still watch it. I gotta ask.
Love it.
I gotta ask. Anybody else had this problem? I went to go refill my drink, and I put ice in it because I'm an ice hole. So, has anybody ever successfully filled a glass with ice from their freezer and not dropped a cube on the floor?
Yes.
I don't think I have.
Only when I use the freezer trays you put in.
So then I gotta ask, if you drop it on the floor, are you the asshole who just kicks it under the fridge? Or do you actually pick it up?
No,
I have
because
to
I have
pick
to
it
clean
up
my
out of-
own house.
The cats will play with it and they'll end up somewhere melting that I don't want it to.
I'm 50-50.
They got
It depends on how I'm
Biodome.
feeling. Oh my god,
I
are
want
you still
Biodome TV
Michael,
show
could
now.
you stop? What the fuck?
Fucking bring Pauly Shore's ass in.
I like how I had restraint. I read like 3, I was impressed, and then I fucked off. You're just like,
I'm going.
all right, I'm
just
done.
going through. I am just going through the 90s.
That's what I did. You're on Wikipedia, you piece of shit.
Species. They have the Species franchise. That would be a
Oh,
good
God.
TV show.
I
Is
haven't
that-
seen those in so long.
You know what? That thanks to that movie, I almost had to wrap both my wrists like you, Michael. Natasha Henstridge, come on,
Those
man.
all of those
What a
movies are
babe.
very sexual movies. I think only is it the third one
All
or
right,
the
Tim-
second one?
All right, chill
That
out.
is the guy.
They turn into like essentially pornos, but the first one's pretty good. The only thing is like people are like, ooh, well, she gets naked a bunch because the whole point is she's trying to breed.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, that totally makes sense. It's actually a really good movie. Go back and watch it. Or at least I like
Yeah.
it. I
And
just
at the end of that movie, spoiler, she dies and then her baby's like hiding up in the corner in the like
man,
fucking,
why even bother now? Great, thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
don't even want to rewatch it.
But then the same actress comes back anyways and plays herself, plays the kid.
Well, because she could just be a clone. Who cares?
It's supposed to be a baby.
Hey, man, they brought
I
Palpatine
think they
back
got
after
rid
they
of the baby.
incinerated him
The
twice.
second one is supposed to be a clone. They just fuck it off with the baby. Like, so there's a kid
They
species
fucked it off.
Fuck it off. Also, they got Josie and the Pussycats.
Ew, you can't say that.
I'm in the 2000s now. Rollerball.
How is that
Michael, I'm gonna fucking slit your throat.
not? Josie has to be owned by Warner Brothers. That's a Hanna-Barbera product, right?
You're
No.
a Hanna-Barbera product.
Or is it an Archie comic first? I forget.
Oh no, they were just an international distributor with co-production with Universal Pictures. So, yeah.
We watched
Y'all
Batman
need to
meet
change the
Scooby-Doo.
subject, or I'm gonna start reading more. Soul Plane, with fucking Kevin Hart.
What was
I
that
have
about
that.
Scooby-Doo? I heard Scooby-Doo.
We bought Scooby-Doo meets Batman.
Ooh.
Apparently, it's just a DVD collection of all the times that they met Batman.
Hey, great buy.
It was only $3,
Even better.
so yeah. And not solid episodes, but fun to watch.
Oh yeah, that'd be during the years where they had guest stars.
This is classic shit. We're talking like
Three
Kiss
Stooges and
Kiss and all that, and the Harlem Globetrotters.
the Lost Addams Family episodes because they're not allowed to release them.
Pretty much, Hannah's a huge Scooby-Doo fan, so anytime I see one, I'm just like, I'm just gonna grab it.
I just
Nice.
learned Lindsay Lohan is coming back to acting for a Christmas movie on Netflix.
$50 says she gets a naked.
She gets a naked.
She gets.
Is
the
she gonna
naked.
have like twin sisters or something?
I hope so. Then double naked.
Just gonna recreate Oh my
Come on.
God! What the fuck is that movie called?
Oh no! Don't tell him, Michael. Don't tell him. Let him hang. Come on. Twin sisters, Lindsay Lohan, one of the most popular Disney movies ever made. Come on.
Oh, it's a remake. It's
She was British. It was lame.
God, what the
One
had
of her
pa-
was British.
Yeah, they had parents, and they
parent
they may,
swap?
they may have set a trap or two.
The Parent Trap. That's it.
There it is. Fucking
It's either
troglodyte.
that or the Olsen ones. It Takes Two, which is better, by the way.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong. Everything
Watch
Mary
It
Kate
Takes
knows.
Two, and
Mary
then
Kate
watch
and
that
Ashley
Lindsay
Olsen
Lohan
is garbage.
ones. No,
Wrong. Lindsay Lohan
No.
is superior to both Olsen sisters,
no,
except
wrong.
Elizabeth.
The It Takes Two movie is so much better than the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap film.
Wrong. Disagree. Wrong.
We will watch both of them now. We're watching both of them for this show.
You are 100% equivocally. I don't even know if I use that word correctly, but you are wrong. You, sir, are off base.
All right.
Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan is a far superior film.
No, it's not.
Absolutely, it is.
Absolutely not.
All right, cool. Podcast over. Because I'm not having this. This is fucking bullshit. I'm so sick of being surrounded by wrong mofos. I need an echo chamber. Do you guys hear that?
Hot Tub Time Machine is also on MGM's list.
I don't give a shit, Michael. You fucking interrupted me and Tivis to move on for nothing.
I was just gonna say the only thing I really remember of the Olsens is Full House. So,
well, that's because you're fucking nobody. What even are you?
Did you not watch like Mary-Kate and Ashley's like detective movies or anything like that? Like,
I'm sure I've seen it because of my sister, but I have no
Trip to
memory.
Paris or whatever the fuck those ones.
Passport to Paris, you fucking piece of shit.
What were you about
Our
to
lips
say?
are sealed when they go to Sydney. What a fucking great film.
MGM
Don't
Death Wish.
splash.
What were you about to say? Did we hear what?
What?
Did you say something funny? Something funny. Did you know Megan Fox was in one of them?
No.
She was introduced as an actress in a Mary-Kate and Ashley film. Goddamn right, I'm correct.
Well, now I'm siding with John.
I'm telling you.
Why? Why are you siding with John? About what?
Because
I
we
don't
know that
like
Mary-Kate and Ashley
siding
Olsen,
for.
they suck. They're terrible.
Tivis, elaborate.
Oh, because I don't really care for her as an actress.
Who, Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Well, I don't buy a ticket for the acting, Tivis.
It
I mean,
Takes
you
Two is
should.
still a
It's
far
like 50
superior
bucks.
movie.
No!
So did you guys see that the CW ordered the Powerpuff Girls pilot to be reworked? So
I
if
was
shared
wondering how long it was going to take till we got to this. I actually got my hands on the PDF of the entire script.
oh yeah,
I've been reading it. It's fucking atrocious. And before we move on, we don't know if it's real or not, but the person who originally posted it got fucking DMCA copyright claimed and removed from the internet by the CW. So I think it's legit. As of right now, I actually think it's legit.
I mean, there's no clearer sign than when a company's like, "Hey, take this down."
Like, people are
Right?
getting
Because there's
fucking
fake scripts all the
deplatformed right now.
time. Like fake scripts show up all the time and they don't give a fuck.
They should have
so-
just pretended like it didn't exist.
I agree. Especially if you were gonna rework it, just go, no, this was a joke.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
crazy.
with
It's bad, dude. It's like
So
really bad.
if
Really
the
bad.
CW, if the CW is ordering a reshoot of the pilot, either one, the CW is finally trying to clean up their scripts, or two, it was so bad that even the CW fucking realized it.
That feels like the more probable thing that happened. It was literally so bad that they're like, we got to try. It's like, we already got Batwoman, dude. Can we just try something a little bit better? Like, fucking hell. They kill Mojo.
Yeah.
They kill Mojo Jojo. I'll go, what?
I told Nikki about that after you texted it to us last night, Tivis, and I was like, they're reshooting. And she's like, well, why would they do that? I was like, maybe a bad script. She's like, isn't all the CW stuff bad?
All right, chill out. I mean, first of all, yes.
the 100.
But also freak out. Like, come on, man.
I'm excited for the 100 prequel.
The what?
The 100 prequel.
They're doing a prequel to that show?
Mm-hmm.
Like the 100, the people falling out the fucking sky.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I never watched that shit.
I just hope they do right by Donald Faison with this, because
okay, here's just page 6. Buttercup. I'm not wearing that dress anymore. It's compulsory heterosexuality. Blossom. Well, take it up with Dad. Take it up with Dad. Buttercup. Dad freaks out if we do anything off model. He treats us like a product he developed. Bubbles. Why are you so angry with Daddy? Buttercup. It wasn't our idea to be the ordained saviors of Townsville. Blossom. No, but it's our responsibility. Even if we are tired from test prep, our girl drama, or blue fruit flavored cognac. Bubbles dry heaves. Blossom pulls Buttercup's costume out of the hamper. She sniffs it and grimaces. Blossom, that crystal deodorant does not work. Ew. Are we fighting Swampy again? Who has the brief?
don't
really
get
Bad
us.
for these actors,
Guys,
dude.
this is really bad. Like, really
Don't
bad.
get us.
If
taken down.
this is like legit the script that they had, I feel bad for these actors because all like at least 2 of the girls I've seen in good stuff.
Here, how about
I
just
don't
the
know the
opening?
other
I'll
one.
give you
I
the
haven't
opening.
seen her in anything
Here
that I
is
can
the
think of.
opening of. Here's the opening of the episode. Here you
Don't
go.
get us taken down.
Exterior, big blue, endless sky. Narrator, voiceover. Once upon a time in the early 2000s, there were 3 extraordinary sisters who were destined to save the world. Blossom Utonium soars up into the frame. Blossom can fly and effortlessly, even in the impractical pink dress she wears. I love how they put impractical. What a fucking prick. Blossom. Come on, guys. He's getting away. Narrator. Voiceover. Blossom was the leader, the go-getter, the goody-goody. To be fair, Bubbles is the goody-goody. Anyway, Buttercup, Utonium, flies up next to her sister. She's a scrappy, scowling tomboy wearing a green dress. Buttercup, mocking high voice. Come on, guys. He's getting away. Please. We always catch them. Narrator, voiceover. Buttercup was the tough one, the hard ass. Fucking hard
Okay,
ass.
they better get the guy who does the narration for the cartoon. Otherwise, bullshit.
No, I don't want him any part of this. I want it to not exist.
Oh, I mean, he's already part of the shittier reboot.
Dude, this is bad.
Why is the show not even on IMDb?
I want to die.
I literally can't find this show on IMDb, but I can find fucking movies on IMDb that won't be done for like 10 years. Did they just scrap the whole show? I feel like they should just scrap the whole show.
Probably, but they're still going to try because they sunk money into it.
So they're going to sink more money into it?
Do they not have eye lasers? I thought they had eye lasers.
All right, so they have Chloe Bennett, Dove Cameron, and Yana Perel, whatever. That's the one I don't believe I know.
Yeah, well, that's because she's the diversity hire. Like, I hate
What's
to
she
be a
been
prick.
in? Oh, she's never been in anything. This is her first thing.
That's what I'm saying. She's the diversity
Oh,
hire.
that poor girl.
That sucks for her, dude.
Because this will tank her career instantly.
Oh.
You think she has
You
second
think
thoughts
these
going
girls
on
would
right
have
now?
learned after watching fucking Ruby Rose get like roasted and shit?
Yeah.
Playing like an iconic character. They're playing 3 iconic characters that have been around longer than Batwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all are.
That has
Oh,
a wider
man.
fan base and
Yeah.
more accessible. Like, you're fucked, dude. Like, this is bad. Like, I would just scrap the project. Why would you sink money into this? Why? There's no reason. You'd have been better off just trying to bring the cartoon back, which they already tried and failed miserably.
It's still going. It crossed over with Teen Titans Go.
Well, I know, but it's not like widely acclaimed or anything. Sure,
No.
some people like it, but I mean,
They
it's
got
probably
rid of
on.
some awesome characters for no reason.
Well, and it's just like, man, come on, with the CW, like even some of the best characters are just not going to be there. Well, they kill off Mojo, or at least that was the.
Oh my God.
But like, you're never going to do him.
I'm
You're
not
never gonna do
watching
him.
this show.
You
Listen to this.
nearly did the meme, like the exact sound the meme.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Shut up. I'm reading what the CW boss says. This chairman weighed in on the decision
I was
to
reading that too.
redo it. But they say it may have felt a little too campy and not rooted in reality. It's the fucking Powerpuff Girls that was on Cartoon Network. Are you kidding? It's not supposed to be set in 100% in reality. Their main villain is a fucking monkey.
Well, and the idea is that I believe there's a page in the script where the cartoon is actually canon, and they made the cartoon on their likeness.
Yeah, they've done that in a lot of things. Doctor Who did that once.
Because they even say it's like, oh, that cartoon they made a few years back, they totally whitewashed us and blah, blah, blah. That's literal dialogue. It's really bad, dude. Like, it's really bad. The CW
So then who are
must
they
be
making
stopped.
this show for if they don't want the show to resemble
Themselves.
what Powerpuff Girls was?
They're making the show for themselves. At this point, I believe that the CW is a money laundering scheme and they don't actually make movies. Like, they get these fucking budgets, put fucking $10,000 into the fucking making of it, and then just pocket the rest and fuck off.
And then they end and say, this is a Powerpuff property. It engaged a lot of interest and we want to get it right. Fucking please do, Ben. Like,
Please don't.
if your
touch any
mentality
of the
though
shows
going
I
in
care
is
about.
saying it felt too campy is ridiculous. It's supposed to. That's that's what the people, the fans like that stuff about the original show. They want to see a lot of those elements coming over. They don't want to see this, like, I don't know, first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier where it's like rooted in reality hardcore. Especially for your pilot episode that's just supposed to get these people hooked into it. Come on. They need to go back to their iZombie writers.
No, they're rebooting it, Ed and Eddie.
Live action too?
No, well, thankfully not that, but in stupid animation form.
Oh.
Oh, thank God it's not real.
One
thank
scene
God.
had Buttercup or Blossom threatening to leak Buttercup's nude photos and interrupting her sister's marathon sex session while the dial. What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, this is really like.
Life is one big hate boner is a quote from the script.
Yep.
What?
I'm on that page actually.
Oh,
I'm not kidding,
God.
dude. I think this leak or whatever is 100% real. I really
When
do.
asked if the leaked script was accurate, Pedowitz gave a non-denial answer saying he hadn't seen the article.
Oh no. Reveal Mojo watching the spectacle on television in his mountaintop observatory.
Oh,
He
okay. I
glares.
thought this was going to merge with another scene.
Sick
might
with
just
envy.
mention.
Narrator voiceover. Dr. Joseph Mojo, in quotes, Mondell was not so delighted with the Powerpuff Girls. He resented their celebrity, especially since he'd helped Drake. Whenever they say Drake, I think the Canadian rapper who's a pussy. Anyway. Helped Drake discover Chemical X, the mutagenic substance that gave the girls their powers. But Drake, wrapped up in the limelight, seemed to have forgotten about their decade-long partnership. Mojo turns off the TV.
So-
he walks to the window.
What I have in mind for their origin story in this is that Donald's version of the professor is just dancing and accidentally elbows the thing and it breaks.
This is bad, dude.
Yeah, God, please don't ever touch another Cartoon Network property again. That's all I ask. Because I'm just looking at related Cartoon Network shows like Dexter's Lab, Totally Spy. They might be able to do Totally Spies. Let's be honest.
Totally Spies could be fun.
Samurai. They should have done that.
Could be a lot of fun. I do Totally Spies. That'd be a lot more fun.
God, yeah, Johnny Bravo, which they would never touch because.
Who would be a better Johnny Bravo? John Cena or Dwayne Johnson?
Oh, I think Matthew McConaughey.
Nah, because he doesn't look the part.
You can put a wig on him.
No, he's not that buff.
Yeah, no,
I need him to be
now.
huge. Honestly, I think character-wise, I think Dwayne Johnson would do a better job, but look-wise, I think if you gave the wig, you could give it to Cena.
Cena's too dry.
I think I'd like Dwayne Johnson better.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies, it's not very good, but I like it. The Rock did a really good job in this movie called The Game Plan.
Oh, yeah.
Where he ended up with this daughter. I thought he was really endearing. And like they gave him like this weird thing where he was like obsessed with Elvis.
Yeah.
And because of that, I was like, oh, he'd be a great Johnny Bravo. He'd be fucking great. But man, could you imagine putting a blonde wig on fucking Dwayne Johnson? Be fucking, to be fair, it'd probably add to the funny.
I kind of want to just see him in the costume.
I'm not kidding. I've seen Photoshops. They're fucking hilarious. And I'm like, I would watch the fuck out of that. I'm not kidding. I've seen it a few times. I'm like, I would watch the shit out of that. And people keep always saying they're like, well, Johnny Bravo could never be made now. I'm like, nothing can be made now, apparently, by this Powerpuff Girls script. But I go, I think people would totally
does seem
forget.
like a porn script.
Oh, it's bad. It's really bad.
Porn parody.
But I feel bad though, because like people are like, man, they really just don't watch these shows because Johnny Bravo gets his comeuppance like constantly.
Yeah, he gets beat up for like hitting on the girls the way he does.
All the time.
Just like Pepe Le Pew. Like Pepe Le Pew would like come on to a girl and he'd still get shit on.
It just seems so unfair.
I remember the Scooby-Doo crossover. That was awesome.
What hurts a man more, ruining his ego or punching him in the face?
Both. Sticks and stones
hurts a lot longer.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will hurt forever. That's a Scrubs line, so you can fuck right off.
The last second part's in his head.
No.
I think, but with Johnny Bravo, I think John Cena would probably be your best bet for that one.
I think longevity, but I think The Rock as Johnny Bravo is the better movie.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I think Cena's too dry with his delivery.
I mean, he's funny, but The Rock is just, he's so charismatic and over the top. John Cena is just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, with the Suicide Squad stuff, people like that joke. It's like, oh, if this island was covered in dicks and I had to eat every dick or something, I would do it. I'd happily do it. And I go, these are those moments where I go, a lot of people are really going to like this.
That's the kind of character he kind of stuck playing. Because he doesn't have, that's like Batista.
Oh, yeah. He was in that Amy Schumer movie where he's like...
It's a Batista, you know, people give him flack for jumping around and accepting pretty much everything, but he's like, I want to try and be different. I want to try, and hopefully he can succeed. And if not, at least he's attempting, which is more than a lot of the other wrestling actors have done.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. I just busted my knuckle.
Can you guys stop hurting yourselves? That'd like be really cool.
John just sent us the picture of The Rock as Johnny, and that's awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you, it looks great, doesn't it? It looks great.
That's great. Yeah, I want that.
I think he looks great. I'm sorry. I think he looks awesome. And like you put him in a Speedo, like doing like shit like that.
We just need to stop casting the same 3 dudes to do everything, though. I would love that.
But there's a
really
difference
love it.
between picking him because of his star power and picking him because you think he'd be fucking awesome. And I think The Rock would be
Yeah.
awesome because the only other person I would pick, Zac Efron, but he's too tiny.
Yeah.
He's too
Yeah.
short. If he was taller, I'd be all about it. I would pick Zac Efron because I think he's fucking hilarious. Like, talk about a movie I don't necessarily like, but I really enjoyed watching was the Baywatch remake
Yeah.
with them. Like, I don't know if it's a really good movie or anything. Like, I actually think it's
No.
kind of juvenile and kind of shit, but
Yeah.
I really fucking enjoyed it. Like, that was one of those movies that was just like, all right, I'm here for the ride. I'll put my seatbelt
all right, so-
on and see what happens.
For Efron, like
He's an underrated actor and he got typecast.
he
That
is.
poor
He's
guy.
very underrated. I never watched the High School Musical movies. Those are the 3 musicals I won't watch.
Which you're a
seen
bad
him.
person for that.
I know.
They're great.
And I love musicals, but I just
first
can't.
two
I've
are
never sat down to watch them. But after those, when Zac Efron started doing more stuff post High School Musical, I started like really paying attention to all of his shit. He is really fucking good. Like, isn't he the one in the one with the Wolverine, the musical with Wolverine?
Yeah. Great Showman.
Greatest Showman. Yes, thank you.
Well, the whole thing is like, well, then let's just even get him out of musicals just for the sake of it. Just go like, oh, it's
Yeah.
in his wheelhouse.
He was
He
the
just
best
makes-
part of that one Seth Rogen Neighbors movie.
Neighbors.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he just makes bad decisions. He was in Charlie St. Cloud. Like, who gives a shit about that film? But he was good in it. I don't know why I ended up seeing it, but I saw it. 17 again, one of those basic ass like body
Yes.
swap. It's a really good movie. It's one of the trope films that does it really well. It's him and Matthew Perry. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, Zac Efron did a fucking great job. He's really good. Like, he's a good actor. It's just he's hot. The problem is that he's Mr. Bodybuilder hot man who can sing. So
Yeah.
he gets one or the other. And when he steps out of that, nobody cares.
Yeah.
I.e. Charlie St. Cloud. Like, that was a sad ass film. Some female made me watch that and I was just like, this is boring. But then I was like, man, he was really good. Kind of reminds me of like Denzel Washington, like that dude, or like, no, I'm not gonna say Nick Cage, where
Nick
like-
Cage is my
No.
actor.
but Denzel Washington, he's one of those actors where you go, I've seen some really shitty films, but he's never bad in them. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be the best part of the shitty film.
Yeah.
That simple. And I do think Zac Efron gets a bad rap. So here's me simping for the big old ZE.
You're a big simp.
I'm a big old simp. Get your head in the game.
I'm just simple.
Oh, Simple Jack. Tropic Thunder, great film. Everybody please go watch
I
it.
almost did
Everybody
the quote.
buy that movie before
Buy
it's
it.
banned.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
real
bought
talk.
2 copies on Blu-ray.
I did
was like,
too. I
need
did
this.
too. I did too. It was $8 on Amazon, so I
Yep.
bought 2. So I bought
Yep.
2. I was like, done.
Thank you,
I'm done.
Amazon.
Mine belongs to me. This DVD belongs to me. You guys don't remember.
also-
You guys don't remember what? Tivis, why are you laughing? Why are you
No
laughing?
reason. No reason.
I am the captain now. This ship belongs to me. Captain Phillips? Nobody seen this? Come on.
I've seen it.
No, I didn't watch that one actually.
This
Tom
ship
Hanks.
belongs to me. It's one of the. I don't know why. It's such a good scene, but man, it's been memed 1,000 times for me.
That movie
Yeah.
was especially good because I rented that with Bad Grandpa and R.I.P.D. And holy shit.
Wow, talk about a fucking trifecta of films that have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not Terry Crews as Johnny Bravo. Absolutely not.
I think he's too old. All right.
All right. Real quick before I take off because I gotta get going. I'll leave
You're
you
gay.
two to it.
No, I'm ready to go.
I wanted
It's
to
fine.
say shout out the indie artist Tom McDonald spent $100,000 on an NFT, which included a beat from Eminem. And he did a song with said beat, which was basically like a tribute song to Eminem, which is really cool.
What was
and
the
beat was
title?
called it was called Dear Slim.
Yeah,
And,
I listened to it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. And
I
then
enjoyed it a lot.
the beat itself was named Stan's Revenge, is what Eminem had named the beat. So but yeah, he paid $100,000 for that shit, man, just to basically do a tribute to one of his top guys, which is really cool.
I
And
enjoyed it.
I do
and-
like a lot of the lyrics in there too, because like, you know, he even expresses, you know, I know we're both politically different and shit like that, but I can still look up to you and all that crap. So it was pretty cool to see an artist spend a decent amount of money to an indie
essentially
artist, especially.
kiss his mentor's ass.
Which
Yeah,
I like
think-
that.
I kind of think
Yeah.
that's going to put him on Eminem's shit list because he seems to not like anyone who likes him.
Well, I don't know about that, but
yeah, it don't
also,
matter. I don't think he cares. I think that
Yeah.
he just wanted to do it as like a respect thing, because there's a lot of like younger rappers coming up nowadays that don't show the respect that they should to these people who have built the fucking industry
Put
for
the
them.
foundation down.
Yeah.
No, and it's really impressive. Like he has some of that cadence too. Like it doesn't feel like a copy, but when he does a certain thing, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I get that. Like I feel that.
Yeah.
It feels like Slim Shady Please Stand Up type stuff or back in the
Yeah.
day. And
Well, he in the music video for this song, Dear Slim, he even went out and bought the same fucking car that Eminem had in the Stan music video.
oh, I mean that's what he was
And-
sitting on.
Sanded it down and repainted it to match the exact color from that thing. Yeah.
That's dope. Like
Wow.
little stuff like that. It's just attention
Yeah.
to detail.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
it was pretty
inspiration
cool.
and inspiration meets talent and perseverance, and I love shit like that. I think it's really
Yeah.
impressive. Callbacks. You're not just ripping shit off. You're making a callback.
Yeah.
And
Well, he also figured, you know, because I watched an interview where he was talking about it to some like online thing, and it was like, you know, he's like, well, the beat was named Stan's Revenge, so I figured I would do it as like a continuation if Stan hadn't died that night.
well, not only
you know,
that,
like in the Stan video and shit.
well, the irony works too. It's like the revenge while he uses it in a positive way.
Right.
I think that's
right,
interesting.
right.
I think that's really interesting.
And I
It was
like
good.
too that
I actually really enjoyed it. I watched the video. I thought it was really good.
I
liked
like
it.
the fact too that like most people would say, because he says I don't give a what instead of I don't give a fuck
Which I
multiple
prefer.
times throughout, which is a lot better because that's one less word you have to bleep when you're on like other things. So I thought that was really cool.
Well,
and
you
it
get
still
the point
worked, and
across.
it still gets the point across and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. I know it's probably been like 2 weeks now that video's been out,
Good call though.
but yeah.
No, I liked it.
But I'm
Sorry
gonna
to
head
steal
out.
your catchphrase, Tivis.
I'm gonna head
I'll
out. Let
allow
you
it.
guys continue talking. And then we'll go with that. So my quote for the day, guys.
I
Also
thought he
check
was
out
the host.
Operation Babble and everything else.
What's happening, Tivis?
The host
thought
is
he was the
dipping. My quote comes from Powerpuff Girls, the TV show, the cartoon TV show, not this adult thing that we were talking about. From Blossom.
Oh, you mean the superior thing?
Being a Powerpuff Girl isn't about getting your way. It's about using your own unique abilities to help people and the world we all live in. There we go.
I don't know what that means.
All right, guys. I'm going to dip. Y'all continue your thing. Have fun.
What a loser.
So he's just going to keep this recording even after we're done.
Yeah, this is perfect. No, so now the rightful team is here.
Yes.
We're taking over. The B crew has become the A crew, and we are about to do this. So, Tivis, I know you.
Yes. I know you.
Oh, good. I have a feeling that you have something to talk about. I can feel it behind your eyes. I mean, I can't literally feel it, but I know you have a list of stuff, Mr. Newsman, Mr.
I actually haven't been keeping up on a lot of shit lately. I've been so busy.
Why are you terrible?
Why am I terrible?
So I gotta ask. So I mean, I guess we go back to all this stuff. Like, what do you think about all these mergers and stuff? Like, I know it's pretty obvious. Like, we all like, oh no, why?
I'm in the same boat as you guys, pretty much. Like, this is worrying. Too much together is never a good thing. Not only is, we talk about monopolies, but it also reduces the amount of competition, and competition makes things flourish, in my opinion. And,
well, yeah, the idea of lack of resources and things like that, it requires ingenuity, and when you don't have somebody kind of critiquing you or breathing down your back or like helping you like craft something, then you just make whatever you want. And it's just kind of like, well, maybe not everybody agrees with you.
Yeah.
And this is maybe not the direction we should go in. And
you see that a lot with, especially in wrestling. Like, you could see how shit the product has gotten without competition over the years. It's finally starting to improve with WWE, but holy shit, are they still making mistakes?
Yeah. Like, hearing you guys from talking about since the AEW has been going, it's like, fuck, dude, I'm not kidding. Like, I've seen a spike in social media when it comes to pro wrestling. People are invigorated again because I as of right now, I would say it's just because fans feel a little more legitimized because another thing was able to quote unquote flourish and at least start to take off. AEW is not on the same level yet, but I mean, people are already gravitating there. Contracts are being signed. People are moving around and they're already trying to do crossovers and stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot going on in that realm.
Yeah, they
right
just
now.
had their first New Japan title defense on their show last week, which is a big deal because New Japan doesn't like to do title stuff outside of their company at all.
Oh, I don't imagine. The Japanese not big on letting their IPs disappear. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah. That company in particular, though, has been burned so many times by Vince himself. And, they've worked with Impact and that backfired on them.
Well, Vince has made a lot of bad calls. Like a lot. Like the XFL is just, it's always going to be a black spot. And the idea that they keep talking about trying to bring it back is absolutely absurd.
I am so curious what The Rock plans to do with that.
I mean, I'd watch it. I mean, I'd watch it, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to watch it. And people are like, well, what does that mean? I go, highlights. It's like NASCAR. It's like, I don't give a shit about NASCAR, but man, you give me a highlight of a race where all the wrecks happened and who won and who took off. I'm like, I'm down. Let's go. And like XFL feels like that kind of thing, or like trampoline basketball, that was a fad. I'm like,
yes, it was. Why?
It wears off. It wears off at some point, and you're just kind of like, oh, all right.
Remember when Quidditch was a game people actually played?
I still play it outside.
Yeah, you one of the Charlie Cannons.
Yeah, I'm a bludger. Build-A-Bear. I don't know what the fuck they call everybody. I'm a snitch and ditch. That's what I call a sexual move. So
you have me curious.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what they all say. So I'm curious, like, what are you looking forward to? I mean, I guess I'm going to kind of interview you here for a little bit.
I guess that's what we're doing.
Because I kind of always feel like you're, again, I hate to say that because I'm gone most of the time. But you were the add-on. Like, I'm just kind of curious, like, kind of knowing what you are excited for can kind of give me a little development to what you care about. Like what are you looking forward to? What do you got your eyes on right now? I mean, don't forget that Eternals.
I still have not watched the trailer. I'm thinking,
really,
since this is the first one I have not seen still, I might do a react video for Myke to upload, whether it's going to the Patreon or YouTube or whatever. But this will actually be my first reaction to it.
For the Eternals?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I'm curious.
But it is a lot of Disney products that I'm excited for, unfortunately. Just because there's
I love that.
Everything else
you're like
is
self-hatred. It's
I do wish it was more widespread, but everything else is kind of just letting me down.
Yeah. I feel you. I just had a lot of investment in the MCU a while back, and I'm losing it. And man, I don't know. I've had a lot more fun going back in time and revisiting stuff to see if maybe it holds up. It's been a lot more fun than hoping for the best.
So,
you know what I mean?
I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a little crap about Myke while he's gone and probably listening.
Deservedly so.
What happened to that fucking list we made at the beginning of the year?
I know.
Movies.
I know. Cool Runnings has been just sitting there waiting for all of us to watch it and tell everyone how fucking fantastic that film is.
Like, I keep thinking of stuff that we could put in the lit pile, but we haven't taken anything out, so I won't put anything in.
I am the same. But that's what happens in every business, Tivis. That's why we're not the managers.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't the hosts. He knows what he's doing. Do not foul.
There will be a mutiny one day, and he'll never see it coming, except for when he edits this.
Just one day, we're gonna come in the fucking. I don't want to waste it now, but I'm gonna do it. Like the fucking theme song comes off, and it's just like boom. This podcast is mine. This podcast belongs to me. It's fucked up. Anybody who's never seen Captain Phil, they just don't.
It is a good movie.
I've heard Tom Hanks is he's got a pretty good track record.
I still haven't seen his Sully film though, because I don't know, that one just didn't interest me.
What was it?
Sully, that
when he was the pilot,
plane captain. Yeah, the pilot. I was trying to what is?
Have you ever listened to the black box of that? And the actual black box? What a fucking Chad. Seriously. That guy's like, nah, it's not gonna work. They're like, yeah, okay, well, we can we'll be in the Hudson. Like, he's just like, nah. Like, I got this. Just send somebody here. This is where we'll be. What a fucking hero.
Yeah, and he's back up flying now. I would probably just retire. I would have retired.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I would have done a book deal and then signed my likeness to the movies and been done.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. But I mean, think about it though. That's a skill you spent. Okay. I'm already fighting myself halfway through this. Is the idea like, here's a skill. Here's a thing you wanted to do your entire life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing it. And then you did it. So
do
it's
you
like,
go on to something else? Or do you keep doing what you enjoy?
Yeah. It's like, this guy is obviously not only like spectacular at it, but he's like, he enjoys it, obviously. So it's like, but then myself, I'd go, well, then why not retire and just go fly your own private plane somewhere all over the place? But I mean,
don't be Harrison Ford.
Poor golf courses. They never stood a chance.
Yeah. I actually wanted to be a jet pilot when I was younger. But really? I'm disqualified because I can't wear contacts.
You can't, or just you're kind of a pussy?
Very much a pussy.
Okay, fair enough. No, like, and to make you feel better, I'm not just saying that to be disparaging. My mom had to put my contacts in for the first like week, and that was really weird, dude. I'm not kidding. Like, I'd have to sit here and I'd hold my eye, and my mom would drop it. It was the weirdest thing.
I couldn't even do that. Like, when I go to the eye doctor, again, this is probably not interesting to the listeners, but when I go and get like my eyes checked and they do those drops, it's almost physically impossible for them to get them in my eyes because my body reacts so violently that they just seal shut.
Oh, you know what's worse? The air puff.
I prefer that to that stupid pen test. Have you had that yet? That
Pen?
sucked. Yeah,
No.
they poke your eyeball with a pen now to check the pressure instead of air. Nope.
Never heard of it.
It's
The
horrible.
places I go, there in the mall Vision World or something, Vision Works or something. They have like this big, like, and it looks like a cancer giving thing, like an MRI machine. It like takes an entire thing of your front and back eye. It's fucking crazy. It's really cool. Super painless. But they still do the air puff. I go, why? I think it's a reaction thing, so whatever. Like when they hit your knee with the hammer.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, to be completely honest.
I asked him about it. It says something to do with the pressure that your eye can take or something. I don't know.
Eyes are actually a lot more resilient than people know.
Especially when they pop out and you stuff them back in. That's gross.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a thing. Like,
Yeah,
that's an actual thing. Usually, actually really creepy. Pugs are really well known for that.
Yeah,
dogs.
they are. It's
Fucking
sad.
weird. Those animals should not exist.
Hey, I know you were talking about adopting a cat not long ago. You guys made a decision on that?
We're working real hard. It was one of those things where we live in the apartment complexes where they don't allow animals. But then you obviously find out that they're full of shit because other people have animals and they're like, oh, well, they're support animals or blah, blah, blah. Well, luckily I'm a fucking crazy person and have a bunch of issues. And we were looking into it. Luckily, this is weird. They gave us a sheet where you fill all this stuff out, right? Like, here's your animal, blah, blah, blah. Here it is. And I go, well, we don't even have it yet. So then I was like, but you have the paperwork for this shit? Okay, so like, is that rule like a real rule, or are you just trying to get people to not bring shit here?
Just trying to get people to not bring.
That would be my guess. So that was really interesting. I'm excited. The hard part is like, I'm selfish and I want a kitty. I want something that'll sit in the palm of my hand and love me.
It's a mixed bag, though. I'm gonna tell. We've had cats who want nothing to do with us.
Exactly. And the idea of having an animal in a small apartment that fucking hates me seems like a nightmare. On top of that, I've never gotten to choose the animals I got stuck with. They were always somebody else's choice, and then I ended up having to take care of them or whatever. So I'm very adamant about, like, this is my choice. This is the animal I want, and we're going to go that route. This has nothing to do with movies, and I feel bad.
No,
but
it
I don't
doesn't. I will say I would look into bottle babies, bottle kittens, because
so I get them out of a jar.
No, they're hand fed with a bottle, so they're more used to people touching them and stuff. So they're more likely to become attached. I will say our most clingy cat we've ever had, we adopted at 3. So
it's pretty much going to be a mix between either I get something like day it's born or something super adopted, and we know. Here, one sec, I'll be right back.
Okay. Sorry for the clack mic. Yeah, there's that. That's pretty funny. Oh, shit.
Sorry,
Dude,
sir.
I'm looking up news things to talk about, and fucking Samuel White passed away.
Who?
Yeah, he voiced Sebastian the Crab, and
Oh, no.
yeah, that's sad.
I think
but
Disney
yeah.
killed him so they didn't have to put him in the remake.
Oh, they probably wouldn't have hired him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, half an hour though. It was made official. Amazon is now owners of MGM for $8.45, so they got it for cheaper.
Look at me. I know what I'm doing. I guess maybe final topic, because I was thinking about this. It kind of worked out that Michael was talking about music. So like we talked about musicals and stuff. What kind of music are you into? Are like you a country dude, or you listen to anything, or do you anything that stands out?
Mainly go to rock, alternative, and metal, but I dabble in other stuff.
So when you
very
say
lightly.
those, maybe a little elaborate a little bit more. Like what bands do you listen to? Or like standout songs?
AC/DC, obviously my number one. I got the
Oh wow, classics.
right there.
So
Metallica.
Iron Man's your favorite Marvel character, then, right?
They helped me love his movies more, yes, and I was very sad when they stopped playing those. But Metallica, Disturbed is one of my favorites. Muse. I actually just got into this new band called Cold Rain. They're phenomenal.
Have you ever heard of Trapped?
Yes.
I like them. Back off, I'll take you on.
Yeah.
Back off, take on anyone. I used to. Oh boy, did I used to bump that. Evanescence. I love Evanescence.
Yes.
Would you consider that goth or goth rock? Like, or is that alternative?
I
don't
am
even
so
know.
bad with the subgenres.
Yeah, when people say alternative, I'm like, what does that even mean?
It's basically, it just sounds like rock, but it's not actual rock.
You're like, but like people who like Metallica would say it's gay.
Probably.
That's essentially what alternative is.
Yeah, it's a lot of the on my way home last night, I was listening to the first Disturbed album just to keep myself awake, and I'm just, damn, these guys are awesome.
I just love it because I look at you, and no offense, I look at you and I'm like, man, not this genre I'd be picking. That's great. That's really awesome. No, I'm like, I'm the guy I'll just listen to anything. Because I will be like the first to knee jerk and go, country sucks. Country music's the worst. But I go, there's some good shit out there though. Like, come on. Like, I like Rascal Flatts. I like Lone Star. I like, classics like Garth Brooks and shit like that.
Yeah. New country is basically just rock light.
Yeah. Oh, Bo Burnham has like one of the greatest jokes about that, which I don't even know if it's a joke, but he like makes a parody of a song and it's just great. Mm-hmm. It's so good. Have you seen Bo Burnham's last Netflix special?
I have not, but I will definitely
I'll send
be
you
putting
a
on
clip. It's really funny. He makes fun of country music where it's just kind of like, with a Bud Light facing out, like that kind of shit. Like everything has to be a truck. Like it's truck and blue jeans and it's a fucking scarecrow again. Shit like that. I'll send you the video of that.
I can kind of see why some people don't care for country, because it is very much a paint by numbers. Like a lot of people can do it, no problem. But it takes like the really popular country people are popular for a reason. Like there's a lot of people in that genre, but there's only a handful of names that people know.
I'm 50-50 on that because you, I mean, look at like rap music right now. It's like as long as you got a good beat, you can just kind of fake your way through it.
Yeah, auto-tune really, I mean, Kesha alone.
And concerts are so loud and stuff. It's like 90%. You're not going to a concert to buy the music. You're going to a concert to buy the experience. And that's what I've always told people. And it's
one of the best
not
concerts.
a big concert guy.
Best concerts I've ever been to was Backstreet Boys.
Mine was I had two. I went to The Fray. I enjoyed that one a lot.
That had to be good.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And then we went to two live ones. I got dragged to a Hanson one when I was like 9 or 10, I think.
That could be good.
It was actually pretty good. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really care about Hanson, but you know, everybody likes Bop.
They might put on a good performance though.
And then there was this dude named Eric Hutchinson who opened for Kelly Clarkson at a Iowa State Fair. I enjoyed that. We actually walked out of the Kelly Clarkson one, even though I liked her. It was this weird thing where we were in these stadium stands, but like it's like Iowa State Fair, so it's not like a stadium. It's like an outdoor, like, you know, the equivalent of a bunch of dads and stuff watching a softball game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so we watch Eric Hutchinson, who's this no-name guy who comes out with a guitar and like a keyboard with a couple of backup singers. And then Kelly Clarkson comes out with all these speakers, like 10 people and like this huge band. And it's like, we're 200 yards, we're not even 100 yards away from them. So she has this setup for like Madison Square Garden for something, you know, like the equivalent of a baseball, like a minor league baseball game. And it just blew us out. We're like, we're done. We're leaving. We fucking left and we could like hear her music from the parking lot like half a mile away. It was fucking insane.
It's crazy. Some of the people you see doing openings, like well, the second concert I ever went to was Britney Spears for my wife.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And one of her opening acts was Nicki Minaj before she got big, like just after her first album.
That's strange.
Yeah.
God, how eerie is that?
The entire row behind, we were in like row 4 from the stage. Like I made sure to get us some really good ones because I wanted her to have a good time. So when you say
Britney Spears, is this like back when she was touring or is this like Vegas?
Yeah, it was when she was touring after her first comeback album, after her you know, down a bad time in her life.
After the shaved head umbrella incident.
Yeah. But the entire row behind us, they were just there for Nicki Minaj. They got up and left after her. Yeah.
Really?
I'm like, holy cow. You paid to be in the 5th row, or the entire row.
Maybe they got tickets. Maybe they got them from friends.
Yeah,
maybe she gave it to them.
Could be.
Decent seats.
It was in Detroit, so.
In Detroit. I like how you said that. Fucking hell. You mean
that's
Detroit?
where we got to go for a lot of the good concerts. Hardly anyone comes here. We were lucky to get the Backstreet Boys. Their venue got canceled, so they went to a small one. That's what I think why it was so fun. It was small, and they interacted with a lot of the crowd. They like, I'm not exactly gifted with the rhythm. So, you know, I kind of was doing the sway thing while my wife is getting down next to me. And one of the members, I forget who it is, she would crucify me if she knew I couldn't recall his name because it's her favorite. But he turned and looks up at me and he just starts mimicking me. And I'm like, all right, that's awesome.
You got fucking white boy danced.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Like sometimes you get dragged to a concert, other times I like it. But we got to have a real conversation here, sir. I heard you bring up Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Who's superior, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
I have to go with Backstreet Boys.
You're a terrible person and you should be ridiculed for the rest of your life. I'm very much an NSYNC guy. I not only do I think they were superior because they made the better videos, they have more iconic music videos, but not only that, I think they had more singular talent. I think a lot of that band can work really well by themselves, but Backstreet Boys can't.
Joey Batone.
I mean, look at Justin Timberlake. I mean, I know Lance Bass had a little bit. Joey Fatone went off and did some stuff, and JC Chazé had his own album, which was okay. I mean, he wasn't great, but he was better than most.
Yeah.
But Backstreet Boys can't do shit without themselves. Like, they need each other. They're fucked.
I think that's kind of why I think they work better for me, because it's the group rather than a lot of NSYNC stuff I see as Justin Timberlake and pals.
How dare you? I think it's only because Justin got so big. I think that's
he
all.
had a lot of the power vocals too in many of their songs.
Well, it's because he was good.
Yeah. There's a reason he went off on his own.
He was really fucking good. Yeah, I feel you. I that's always one of my favorite ones, because you have so many boy bands and then girl bands and stuff. It's like, I don't even know who I'd fight for the 90s for a girl band. I mean, what? Destiny's Child and...
Ooh, that's a hard call.
Pussycat Dolls? Maybe.
Yeah.
And Pussycat Dolls, I mean, let's be fair, whatever Schrodinger or whatever the fuck her last name, Nicole I mean, she went off and barely did anything. She was on a couple episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. How about them Spice Girls?
You know, honestly, I actually like the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
There is rumors of them making a sequel to Spice World.
That would be interesting.
I'm not going to lie. It's going to be trash, but I want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like a Spy Kids 8 right now. I know it's going to be trash, but I want to see it. Like, just give it to me so I can laugh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's, it's probably not going to be the best thing, but you still want to see it.
Just let them have fun. I still maintain it. It hurts my soul to listen to people talk about Jay and Silent Bob reboot in such like a nice way. I go, this is just a movie where I watched a dude get all his friends back together and just make a movie, and it's just not good. Like, it's not good.
So the Adam Sandler movie.
Essentially every Adam Sandler movie. But you guys said you liked, what was that Halloween one?
Hubie Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched that yet, but you guys talked about it pretty glowingly. I'd like to check it out. I like Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Even some of the stuff that wasn't as good. I liked Bedtime Stories. I thought it was all right.
Bedtime Stories was one of the first movies I took my wife to.
Ridiculous 8 is terrible. It's fucking trash fire. It was the first time I thought Taylor Lautner was a better actor than a bunch of A-listers. But like, yeah, stuff like Little Nicky and I still think Happy Gilmore is what should be one of the top 10 rated sports films up there. I love Happy Gilmore. That's weird though. I always wonder, it's like, do you fight, like, is it about golf or does he just happen to be a golfer? You know what I mean?
Ooh, that is so tough to call.
Because it's like, so what do you call a sports movie? Because like you look at Mighty Ducks, it's obviously about hockey.
Yeah.
You watch Remember the Titans. It's
I would say
about football.
He just happens to be a golfer because it's more about him needing the money than it is about the sport.
Yeah. He just happened because there's a lot of mini golf.
Mm-hmm.
But like you look at like Remember the Titans or Varsity Blues or
so
like
weird.
Major League.
I don't care for sports, but I've seen so many sports movies.
I love sports movies. Half the time I like sports movies over actual sports.
It's pretty much 100% with me.
Which I guess I don't even know if that's even a hot take. So like, there you go. Yeah, I guess with everything kind of winding down and we're trying to figure out are theaters going to open, who's getting bought, what are the streaming services? It's just kind of like, it's so weird to know that we've had a year of drought, essentially.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it doesn't feel like we've really missed a beat. There's stuff to talk about. It's just whether or not we find it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I mean, we were considering watching Army of the Dead. But it was just like 3 hours. Really? Why?
Yeah.
But you'd think if you were starved for content, you would watch that. But it's like, we're not though. Like, we're fine.
No, definitely think the streaming services have helped. I'm really glad they're backing off the more, closer we get to theaters being, back to how they were. Because I don't want theaters to disappear. Theater experience.
I think they're a staple.
I
really
cannot
do.
understand the people who are like, I hate going to the theaters, because it's like, you can't get that experience at home. It's something that you can only get there.
I'm 50-50. The hardest part is that if I could have the theater experience without a bunch of retards, that'd be great. The problem is sometimes you get retards, and because of these fucking assholes who pull their phones out and do stuff, it's like it can diminish the thing that is superior. But I would rather take the chance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And have the experience.
Definitely are movies that aren't worth going to the theater to see. I kind of feel like like you said earlier in the show, Snyder's movie is not a theater movie to me.
Yeah, not to me. It just feels like a fan made. It feels like fan fiction.
This is something I would watch on the Sci-Fi Channel with commercials.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, I completely agree with you. No, it's just hard because like you think about the theater experience and it's just kind of like, man, I want it. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, is it worth it? And I go, yeah. And anybody who tells you no, I just go, all right, go to a Broadway show. You're stupid. Shut up. Like live theater is still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's insane. And people go, well, is that the same? I go, well, obviously not. But it's the idea of a bunch of people who want to see something. And they all took time out of their day to come here, do this, and watch this thing. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm always surprised when people show up and they have no respect for it. And it bugs me.
Yeah.
It's like you paid to be here. Why are you being a dick? Watch the movie and shut the fuck up.
I actually hear that from one of a huge Star Wars fan, which I'm like, a lot of those amazing scenes in Star Wars, they're like, I want to see those on the big screen. I'm so sad I missed out on, like, I'm sad and glad that he released those special editions, because I was able to watch the original trilogy in theaters. Not happy with some of the changes, but not all of them are bad people.
I just want to see the original.
Yeah.
I want to see what it was like when it came out. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
I'm just glad for the chance to see them at all. Really.
I think I was actually able to find on eBay the original DVDs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That don't have any of the extra nonsense. It's been really nice. It was fun.
I didn't think any of the DVDs got away with that.
They're hard to find. They're really hard to find. It cost me, I think it was like $100.
Yeah, I was convinced that the Betamax was the last, or not Laserdisc was the last one.
No, they
unedited.
had a couple of DVDs that still had. They had both. They had the remastered and you had the original.
How much did you pay to get them? Like
only like $150. I think it was like 100 or 150.
Yeah, all right. That's how much I would pay. That's worth it.
I got them on eBay.
My wife would be mad, but I'm like, it's the original cut.
But it had the remastered on top of them too, so it was kind of fun to like watch one and then watch the other one and go, ooh, ew.
That's how I feel like they should release them now, but I don't know.
Oh, Disney's fucking retarded, dude. If they were smart, they'd have their own movie theater right now, and they would just like at Star Wars Galaxy or whatever.
Don't put that in there.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a huge nerd. We bought year-long passes to NASA when we lived in Florida. So much fun to go out to the coast and hang out at NASA and see all the stuff. They have IMAX showings. It's all day. Hubble, Mars, all that stuff. And they just play it on my loop. If people show up, they show up. If they don't, doesn't matter. It just plays. I go, why are you not doing that at Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, that's true.
One theater where it's just the actual original Star Wars. Only. That's all it is. Uncut, unredone, nothing. The original Star Wars experience in a movie theater. I guarantee you people would pay just to get into the theater.
Go watch those.
And just sit there. They would sit there for all three.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you do. You just play the original 3 movies all day long.
I think they do have a movie theater in Magic Kingdom too, so it's not out of their realm of ability.
I mean, it's insane, and you'd kill. I know you'd kill. People would fly down there to see an original, uncut in a theater.
Oh yeah, if you announce that park is packed.
Oh yeah, easy. So I don't know. It's always what I say. It's the idea that you're standing on the shoulders of giants. You're trying to remake stuff and you're trying to steal legacies. And the sad thing is like money's cool, but at some point, like devotion from fans is more important. They'll keep you alive for another 100 years.
The law of diminishing returns.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If the quality isn't there,
Well, and I think we're in a realm where quality doesn't matter. We're all about the quantity. We want to consume. We want convenience. We want stuff to talk about. And it's weird. And I think you're seeing it online that people are starting to realize like you can go back in time and talk about stuff. These things are timeless. Mm-hmm. They are. They're stories. They're movies. They're encapsulated in time. We can talk about it whenever we want. Like if I had a kid 10 years from now, I could do a podcast talking to my son when he's 13 and go, "What'd you think of RoboCop?"
That's actually George Lucas made a point about that in a speech he gave at a university a couple months ago. They were asking. Oh, excuse me. They were asking him questions and stuff, those things you ask people, the things that aren't questions. One of the questions that was asked to him was, how would you handle putting, current events into your films? He's like, well, look at what I did with Star Wars. I didn't really do that. I made them so that no matter when you watch them, you would be able to connect with them.
Well, that's the idea. It's called nuance.
Yeah.
And we live in the realm of lack of self-awareness. It was funny. I was actually talking to Hannah the other day about this. I think we live in the age of deconstructionism. You know how some people we had the industrial age, we had the golden age, we had this, we had that. I think we live in the realm of deconstructionism, where the last major war or conflict we really had was in the Middle East with Kosovo and Fallujah and all that stuff a few years back, but didn't require a draft, didn't do anything, didn't really hurt the foundations of the world that we live in as people. So it's the idea that we're all looking for something. We don't know. Like what is the point? What is the purpose of us as American civilians? Like, what's the point? Do we just go work, eat, and go home? Is that what we do? Or do we serve our country, but there's no reason to see an increase in the serving of the country? Or what do we do? Do we school? And I think that's why you're seeing such a spike on the internet of everything being reactionary. I mean, we literally have videos where people react to a reaction of their reaction. That's not a joke. That's literally a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we've become so sedentary because of that. Like, we're just like, all right, like that's how it is. But I think the lack of hardship has really created this weird microcosm of just like mediocrity and overt Nihilism, cynicism, and deconstruction is where I'll come back to it. It's the idea is like, look at all of our reboots, right? I don't have a problem with something being rebooted or continued. But the problem is every time it's rebooted or recontextualized or brought back, they make all of the people that we like shitty. They make them all the evil person, or they make them misunderstood, or they make them wrong, or they do all this stuff. Like, they break down our heroes. And I think the point is that the generation writing these characters don't have any heroes. So everything is cynical and nihilism. So they want to deconstruct everything rather than build on what came before. And it's really discouraging and it's really sad. And I think that's why you're starting to see the general audience start to reject a lot of these stories. I think that's a big thing. And I think that's why you're seeing us go back in time and watch the stuff that have a better grasp on humanity.
So do you think this is reaching, but do you think it's possible that they are making these products lack on purpose just because of the reactionary culture online, so more people will talk about it and possibly get more views?
That's a really good question. To be fair, I feel like this has been asked for a few years now. I will always say I think yes and no. I think it's both. I think the people doing it don't have self-awareness. I think that's always been the biggest thing. You look at, and I hate to be political, calm down. Because yes, whatever you want to call the right or the left or whoever. But a lot of the activists you're seeing these days feel so self-righteous and so sure of what they think. And they are so passionate about fighting this specific thing that they lose sight of it and horseshoe affect themselves and do the exact opposite of what they're trying to do.
I actually just was in the middle of something like that recently with John Barrowman.
Yeah. Good example.
A lot of people like, yeah, he screwed up. He was punished.
Does a lot for the LGBTQ. There's a lot.
Yeah. And so I don't know, bringing it up now is kind of weird to me, but I had a bunch of defenders of him coming at me. Like, he didn't do anything. I'm like, no, it's on paper. He was punished by the BBC. What are you talking about?
He did shit wrong.
Yeah.
But he didn't murder anybody. So we can give him a break, but he deserves a consequence.
So it's like you got people who are just like blatantly ignoring things.
Yeah. And that's how it works. It's like, if I don't agree with the person, then fuck them. Hope everything they die and disappear. But if I agree with them, well, can we maybe step back for a minute? And it's like, the problem is that one side wants to keep doing that. And the other side says, look, it's starting to come back around to you. We've been saying for 10 years, please stop doing this. and the morally virtuous side is the one that wants to keep canceling people. And that's the problem. And I keep telling people it's just lacking in self-awareness. That's all it is. Everyone is flawed. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
So to hold people to this standard that can't be met, you need to calm down. And they go, well, but they did really shitty things. I'm like, okay, there's a difference between a Kevin Spacey and a couple other people. So just chill out.
My metric is, have they shown remorse? Have they shown change? Have they done it since? You got
50-50 with all that. Like, but you got to be careful. Like, the metric, everything has to be done case by case. That's the whole point. That's why we have proven until guilty kind of stuff.
Humanity, we're flawed. We screw up.
Absolutely.
And I think I'm a huge believer in redemption. I think people should be allowed to improve themselves. Obviously, some things are unforgivable.
Oh, yeah.
But
Absolutely.
some of the well, I shouldn't say minor, because there are some really stupid things people do. But if they're like, okay, yeah, no, I was real dumb back then. Why the fuck did I do that? It's like, okay, don't do it
think
again.
about it. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in high school for 4 years. That's a good chunk of time.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're gonna go to school after that. You're gonna be a completely different person.
Oh yeah.
Alcoholics go through rehab, become completely different people. It's one of those things where I always just tell people, it's like, with this industry, it's just like, look, man, people move and make changes. Yeah, it's like, well, okay, so like Kevin Spacey deserves no. I don't think he does. And I think it's really funny that one of the first movies he's coming back to, he's playing a detective that might potentially be trying to, help a guy who was wrongly convicted of pedophilia.
Yeah.
That's one of those moments where I go, so you're fucking with me, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Fucking
like
with me right now?
the
Like,
OJ book, if I did it.
you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like there's a difference between these people who just think we're retarded and somebody who made a mistake. I think there's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And it's been very interesting to watch because it's been happening a lot the last couple of years, and
Yeah, it is.
a lot more blatant, a lot more detailed, which has been kind of nice. Like, I think one of the last ones you're really going to see for us is, I think, where the Amber Heard thing goes. I think that's going to be the next big one for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Replace her.
And I'll make the argument of that who cares what side you're on? Because we don't know.
No.
To be fair, I'm on Johnny Depp's side. Like, I am. I'm just going to say that. So if I end up being wrong, I'm going to be really fucking embarrassed and pissed off.
Again, if we're disclosing that, all the evidence that was shown to me, what I think is they both suck, but Johnny is more of a danger to himself than anyone else.
Yeah, he's just a drug addict, crazy, normal ass fucking celebrity. Amber Heard's a psychopath.
Yeah.
And a vindictive, crazy person. And okay, y'all go do whatever, man. Because I'm sure you can find skeletons in my closet easy. But my whole thing is like, I'm not chopping people's fingers
Mine's
off.
just sitting there.
But at the same time, it's just one of those things where I go, I don't appreciate the fact that he gets fucking torpedoed for allegations, but yet we're finding evidence of her and she gets to be in the next $1 billion movie. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. Regardless of whether or not I believe either of them.
There's double standards everywhere, and it's.
Can I say I 100% Amelia Clark should be the replacement?
Yes.
I think it'd be great. I'd love it. I think it should have happened in the first place.
I think she's a better actress.
I don't even know. Well, yeah, Amber Heard sucks, but Amelia's just
don't do a
charming.
British accent again.
But she's just charming. Amelia's just charming. Like, I'm sorry. It's one of those people. It's like her and Jason Momoa. There's just so much charisma there. I go, I'd just go watch your movie just because I go, I like you guys. Like, that's literally what will happen.
That just reminded me, speaking of redheaded actresses, Karen Gillian just had a
oh my God, what a
new
total
movie
babe.
announced.
Can I say, what a total babe. What a total babe. Oh my goodness. I loved her in Jumanji.
Yes.
What a terrible film, but I like it. It's a fun film.
Have you seen
I never watched the sequel. I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
I couldn't finish it. I heard it like, this is weird. Like, it was like good for a sequel. My problem is I really like the first one.
Oh, it's definitely not as good. Like, there's no question, but it's just more of the silliness.
Yeah. Man, what a good companion. I loved Amy.
Yeah. Rory was amazing. That was just a good era.
I enjoyed it. Like, that was when you started to see the downfall, but I thought it was good. Like, it was the first time where I didn't give a shit about the Doctor. I preferred the companions. I really liked Amy and Rory. The Centennial shit was so good. So good.
They actually just, the Big Finish Audios just released a box set of that time where Rory's guarding the Pandorica. Like some of the events he went through during those
I don't want
years.
anybody to ruin it. I don't want anybody to ruin it. I love the idea of just him there. I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Apparently her new movie is called Gunpowder Milkshake.
What a great title. She's made a few films lately. A lot of like little one. She's actually made them, like directed and helped write some stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's got a couple of films out there right now. I actually really want to check them out. There's like this like Party Girl one that she did that I guess she co-wrote and directed or something, or the other way around, co-directed and wrote. I'm really interested. I want to check it out. If it's good. She had this TV show on ABC or NBC. Selfie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember
Selfie.
that. It only lasted a season, right?
Barely a season. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I liked her and I love John Choi. Or Cho. I think it's John Cho.
I'm
White
not
Castle.
the best person to ask.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah, I think it's John Cho. He's Zulu, the new Zulu. I like him. He's an endearing actor, really good. I like Karen Gillian. Yeah, Selfie was a good show. I liked it. I wish they would have kept that one going. Shame.
But I get kind of a blessing in disguise because she was able to go make some more stuff.
I guess, but based on what she ends up making,
going back to your thing about you were talking about reboots and things. We know this is inevitably going to happen. Bill Lawrence knows it's going to happen. They're going to eventually bring back Scrubs.
No, they're not.
You know they will. There's no way they can. Would you check it out, or would you you're fine with what we got?
Oof. That's hard. No, I wouldn't watch it. I would wait probably a year, let the season finish out, see if they get a second, and then watch reviews.
Yeah.
That final quote unquote season when they were at the college was so bad.
Interns.
So bad.
I really enjoyed it. But
I mean, it was neat, but like, I'm sorry the show ended so good. Yeah. That I'm just like, leave it alone.
That's why I 100% consider season 9 a spinoff. It was.
I have to in my soul. I have to.
They never should have told people it was the same show. Like, whoever came up with that decision should have been fired.
Characters, though, bringing back the janitor and shit. Like, what were you gonna do?
Yeah, well, he only made a cameo, but
John C. McGinley.
Yeah, like their stories were done. Turk. They shouldn't. Their marketing for it, like I said, horrible. Whoever came up with that decision to make it look like a continuation rather than, hey, here's a new group of characters we're going to focus on, and it just happens to have some of the old cast.
I think they should have waited 3 years.
Yeah, that would have helped too.
Made the new cast in a class, and then you could have cameoed people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you could have done. But they just wanted to keep going because ABC bought it, and they were like, well, we bought it. I mean...
Well, here's something I learned from their podcast. It was always ABC owned. It was only released through NBC.
Yeah, but I don't care. It's like they were ready to be done, but the problem was is whoever made the call, they go, well, we're done. They go, no, you're not. Like we need to get our money back for the buy or whatever, because they were getting let go. And it's like they just wanted to finish. That was the big thing. They just wanted to finish it out. And the problem is I think they nailed it. And you don't get that very often. They nailed it.
Honestly, I have not felt like I did during, JD's finale at the end of season 8. I have not gotten that emotional until the finale to Superstore that just happened this past year. Like that, it's such a rare thing to get.
They had a finale
so well. Yeah. They had a final.
I really enjoyed Superstore too. I stopped watching after season 3, I think.
Oh, it's highly recommend people go watch it. They're
fun,
especially if you worked at a grocery store. It's very
anything
accurate.
Retail.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
No, that's interesting. No, I might finish that. There are certain shows where I'm like, this is pretty good, but it'd be easier to watch if it was just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry though. Scrubs just ended so good that I'm just I don't want any more. I don't. I want to appreciate what I had.
I do and I don't.
I just don't think they're going to do a good job. If I had faith that they would do a good job, I'd be down. But they're not. They're going to do a terrible job.
If they bring it back, I don't think they should have any of the original cast. It should be all new. Don't try to recreate it. Have new characters, new stuff.
Well, the problem is I think then you're going to have people trying to emulate the characters that we have.
Yeah, that's my big worry.
I just think you're done. I think you're done. Don't do it again. Just enjoy what you did.
Yeah, if it does come back and they do bring back, I worry about the heart of it, because it's just there's something about Bill Lawrence's team that just is going to be lacking.
Yeah, I guess. What'd you think of Cougar Town? You watch Cougar Town at all?
Yes, we finally watched that a couple years ago because the name kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but then.
Oh, you mean because I brought it up constantly?
No. I actually watched it around the time that you guys first started inviting me on the show. Once I found out Sam Lloyd was on it as his character from Scrubs, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll watch this. It's a funny fucking show.
I love that show. I thought the first season's meh. Second season, it gets its legs. Third season's and pretty much after that, I kind of enjoy. Much more of a cartoon than Scrubs. Man, I like it. I like it a lot.
I really liked the meta jokes towards the last few seasons where they didn't know if they were going to get canceled or not. So they're like, hey, I know it's around Easter time, but we're going to do Thanksgiving because we don't know if we'll be here.
That's actually really fucking funny. I don't know. I just Scrubs reboot. I don't know. No, it's not gonna work. It just won't work. You can't get lightning in a bottle.
It's a very specific team that they will need to get, and it's so unlikely they will get it.
But think about it. It's just gonna feel like you're trying to emulate something that was good. All you're trying to do is get the formula back. And I mean, I feel like they tried to do that in the show, and that's why they ended it. Because don't forget, they had a new batch.
They did.
Like, JD was a resident and then had a batch of people. They had Jet Jackson. Jet Jackson? With his sexy abs, and they had, what do you call him? You called her Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, they had all these characters. They had new residents, and then they didn't even use them in the next season.
Well, Joe was there, which was kind of confusing because it was only her third year, yet she was a teacher.
Which was strange.
Yeah.
But also then she fucked off because she was on Happy Endings.
Which is an amazing show.
I like Happy Endings and I like the middle. That's why the janitor had to fuck off.
I think the only show that they scattered to do that I didn't check out was Judy's, that the maids
Never even
show.
heard of it.
Yeah. I think it was the only one that wasn't a comedy, so I didn't go look.
Oh wow. Like I don't know. They're just not gonna get it again. You can't. Music was good. You had
Oh yeah, it was.
ah man. It was just too good. You're not getting it again. Just be happy. Just be happy that you got it. Do your little podcast and talk about how great it was, and then tell people how to make good, compelling characters and try again.
Oh, that's one I forgot about when we were talking about Apple TV on the main show. Because I guarantee Mike's going to spin this off in its own thing.
I like how you call it the main show. Don't you fucking devalue us, you prick.
This is our show. Ted Lasso is on Apple TV, and I've been checking that out. That's pretty funny. It's Bill Lawrence. Ted Lasso.
Confused.
It's a British soccer team or football for them. It's they get a
For them.
Yeah, they get a rundown kind of veteran player from the States, and it's them trying to turn this really shit team into something good. At least from what I've seen so far, which is only 2 episodes. It's funny.
Or the Big Green.
I'm looking forward to watching the episode that Zach Braff directed. I think that one's later in the season, but
interesting. Yeah. I'd watch stuff with Zach Braff. I think Garden State's really good.
I am ashamed that I still have not seen that.
Yeah, you should be ashamed. It's a really good film.
I keep
Really good film. Has Natalie Portman, my girlfriend, in it, and yeah, I really enjoy it. Bilbo Baggins is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not Martin Freeman. You fucking piece of shit. Pieces of fuck. The actual Bilbo.
Mm-hmm. The guy that plays Sheldon is in it too, isn't he? What's his name?
Jim Parsons.
Yeah, Jim.
He's in it just for a minute. But he's great. Has a really funny scene.
I really need to
movie.
watch it.
It's a really good movie. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's really solid. If you like Scrubs, you'll love Garden State. You're stupid. Watch it tonight. Am I going to have to fight you? It's really nice. It's romantic, too. It's actually a lot of fun. I think you and your wife would enjoy it. It's fun.
Let's see. Is it?
If you can't find it on a streaming service, honestly, I just recommend buying it. It's only probably like $5. I just buy it.
Yeah, the only place you can watch it is Hulu and Cinemax with a premium subscription, or just buy it for $4.
Yeah, just buy it. I guarantee you'll like it.
Yeah, I might pick up a DVD. I bet that's real cheap.
I think you'll like it. Yeah, and you don't need a Blu-ray for that film. It's fine. Actually, it's almost endearing if it's a little grainy. But I think that's it, man. I think you and I think this was fun.
Yeah, it's been fun
nice. Chatting. Little more intimate than we normally get.
The last thing I want to say is I think if you're into watching some comedian specials, check out Chris Porter. His humor, I think, is right up your alley.
I like him, and you should check out Dave Landau.
Dave Landau. I'm putting him on my list.
You'll like him. DAVELANDAU. Great guy. He's on Louder with Crowder now. He's really funny. Little offensive, yes. But a lot of fun.
Most of the big comedians are. Which most of the big comedians are, which I don't want to keep you if you have stuff to do, but did you see Seth Rogen talking back about Chris Rock and all the others complaining about not being able to get their jokes out there?
I gotta make I support Chris Rock.
Mhm.
I think Seth Rogen's a fucking hypocrite piece of shit, and he should go fuck himself. Which makes me sad because I like a lot of his older movies.
Yeah, I got the blood feud thing going on with him, but the one-sided blood feud.
I don't like him. He's such a fucking prick all of a sudden. It just came out of nowhere. He just started shitting on his friends and people that got him where he was. He's a fucking asshat.
I disagree with and a lot of people are like, if you can't make jokes without doing that kind of humor, then you're not. I'm like, no, here's the thing. Everyone has different what they find funny. And, if you don't I don't like dark humor. I'm not really some of it I find, the fringes of it I can laugh at. But when you get really deep into it, I don't find it funny. But I'm not going to tell people, hey, you shouldn't laugh at that.
Well, I have two things. One, I think he's a hypocrite piece of shit. This is stuff that he would have talked about years ago. So you're gatekeeping. And not only that, it's even worse. It's like he's the guy who got really, really famous for being offensive and shitty.
Yeah.
It was like he got to the top and then pulled the ladder up and then burned it and said, you can't do what I did to get here. And if you do, you're immoral. He's a piece of shit. But then on top of the other stuff, it's like, you do realize, you Canadian piece of fucking trash.
I forgot he's Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, you mean, the country right now that is fucking arresting pastors and stuff for trying to open church? You guys are in a totalitarian state now. You don't even live there, and you're going to talk shit about America. You're such a piece of garbage. He's so trash, it blows my mind. And it really sucks because I used to like him. But he throws his friends under the bus. He doesn't give a shit about them. And it's because he wants to toe the line and be relevant. That's all. And I don't even actually believe that he believes in the things he's saying. I don't believe it. Same with Sarah Silverman. She did shit like that too. And you're seeing her coming back on cancel culture.
Raunchy.
They're disgusting. They're disgusting people. And they're annoying.
Do you remember the Sarah Silverman show?
Oh, then she ends up getting to be Penelope in fucking a Disney movie.
Mm.
This is that kind of shit where I just tell people, I'm like, do whatever you want to do, man, but don't fucking sit here and preach to me. Because who are you? Who the fuck are you? I don't care if you make millions of dollars. You're a piece of shit too. You know what I mean? What have you done? He's like, I made movies. Okay, cool. And?
I've watched those movies.
I watched them. It was great. I worked hard and I made money. And now I go, oh, well, now you're an ass. And then he's such a piece of shit. He really is.
I didn't mean to get you all worked out. I was just curious of your thoughts on that.
No, and it makes it harder because, you got to remember, he's executive producing and writing things like The Boys.
Yeah.
And Invincible. And other stuff. And this guy is going to sit here and not only preach through his media, but then do it personally. And I go, you don't expect pushback? You're insane. You're insane. Yeah. You're telling everybody that they're assholes and you suck too. What do you want? What do you want people to do?
I just don't even.
Do you want to get canceled too?
I don't even know why he wanted to get involved in this stuff.
You know why?
Because he's not even a comic. He's a comedy actor /
not anymore.
writer.
He used to be.
Difference.
I mean, he used to be, and it's just because he's self-righteous and he's a prick. That's all it is. He thinks he's better than you. That's all it is.
My only thoughts are, if you find stuff funny, you find it funny. And if you don't, you don't. There's nothing wrong with either. Put your money where you want it to be and just let things be.
Well, the difference is that you and I don't like something, but then you add an underlying reason why.
Mm.
And sometimes I make that joke. It's just Well, I don't even know if it's a joke for me, but like with Snyder people, it's like, you guys are in a cult. Like, I love Batman.
I don't
v
think
Superman.
that's a joke.
You love Batman v Superman. Well, John, you said that they're retarded. I go, yeah, as a blanket statement, sure. I think it's a terrible film. I think it's a piece of shit film.
God, not to derail us too much, but one of the groups I'm in, they had a poll of which Snyder superhero DC film would you like to watch, the only Snyder or superhero film you can watch the rest of your life. And I'm like, I don't want to be in hell before I die.
I feel like it's what I'd have to watch in hell. That's a great choice. You know what? Justice League. The Joss Whedon cut of Justice League.
His name is.
If I had to watch it, I'd watch that. Honestly, I'd watch that.
That wasn't an option, sadly, but.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they had only his version.
Then Wonder Woman 84.
Also not a Snyder choice, even though he was executive producer.
So, like, it has to literally be his?
Yeah, Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, Justice League.
Batman v Superman.
I couldn't do it. I'd be so angry all the time.
But at least Batman v Superman has cool stuff in it.
Oh. Yeah.
And it's shorter than his Justice League.
Oh, that's true. But then, if I'm going for length, I'm going Man of Steel. That's the shortest.
It's really bad, though. Like, it's really bad.
They all are.
Anyway, I could talk about the embarrassment of Zack Snyder. Well, Michael, you're not here, so go fuck yourself. Really glad that this happened. It was actually really nice to talk to you, Tivis.
Yeah,
it's been,
we've been meaning to do a show, just the two of us anyway.
Yeah, we were going to talk about some Scrubs,
which we did a bit.
Yeah,
Not
so what do we call that? Like a preview?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we might be able to do that still.
Yeah.
I think that should be fine. And sorry, everyone, if you tuned in for Michael, but you didn't get a ton of it. But I really very much enjoyed having my interpersonal time with the one, the only, the I liked it man, Tivis. So
I liked it.
I'm going to cut that.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you guys are great. There we go. Nailed it. So I don't have a quote because that's not what I do. But before I leave, I gotta ask Tivis a question.
Yes.
What did you think of the show today?
I liked it.
My man. All right. We'll hopefully be back next week. We'll all see, but good
maybe
guy
we'll
Myke.
talk zombie film, maybe. I don't know. It's 3 hours.
Well,
he did send us a movie he wanted us to watch.
Woof. For the audio people, get fucked. This isn't for you anymore. Just kidding. For the visual people, Michael, 2 arms. Hopefully he doesn't learn how to masturbate with a foot. So we will all see you next week. Hopefully. We love you. And later, nerds.
You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks and have a great day.